Welcome back to Coriander Society Adventures, tormented by gnomes, your game master, joined once again by Beatdown Boulevard Ninja Man Matt and Pods of War. When we last left our heroes, they'd once again overcome the psychic projection of Ralzamon, a foe who strikes at them again and again, and even though he is swatted down every time, his vindictive power remains all the same. But this time, Ralzamon left behind a little present. He reactivated the dormant curse of the Night Twist, something that John has borne with him from his previous adventures for a long time, and it now poses a deadly threat to our heroes. Also, they were going through all this trouble to make the teleportation circle and then realized that it can't be used to cross planar boundaries, which is a problem. John has an idea that could possibly circumvent this. He's planning on combining a spell that travels through the mirror world with an astral spell. As you begin setting this in motion, Haura holds up a hand, alarmed. She says to you and to the others, John, if we you know the perils of passing through the mirror world.
Yes.
Are we sure we want to take that risk?
Okay, so here's our options. Let's take a quick look. And John's saying this while he's continuing to modify the circle. We use this, and if this goes properly, then we should be slipping through the mirror world to get where we need to go. The pros of this is that it should hopefully function almost exactly what we need it to. The only downside is that we're going to have to very quickly make our way through the mirrorverse and avoid the evil twins of ourselves before they find us, kill us, and replace us in the new world.
Wait,
That's the con.
Evil what now?
The
evil what?
The other option would be
us?
that we float aimlessly.
I don't think I could go against my twin.
The astral sea, and hopefully find a portal to PYRESPACE that hopefully opens up somewhere where we'll be able to catch a ride and get where we need to go. So we have the long way shot in the dark, or the very quick but very dangerous. And yes, so when you pass into the mirror world, a copy, an exact duplicate of you is created within the mirrorverse. This is literally you in every way, shape, and form, except it is your opposite. If you are good, it is evil. If you are law, it is chaos. If you like Star Trek, it like Star Wars. You know, it's just on the complete opposite end of the spectrum.
So what if I, before we go in, commit myself to a life of evil? Will a clone of me be created that is committed to a life of good? And
will it actually be committed, or will it think it's part of a ploy? Because it comes through, Gastone, with all your knowledge.
Exactly.
I mean, I'll hardcore commit until we get to the mirror world, and then I'll change my mind.
But Gastone, it doesn't work that way. I would literally have to trick your mind into making you think that you were like that, or you yourself would somehow have to condition yourself through years and years of terrible, horrible conditioning to really draw that thought within your mind, and then only like a keyword or something that you worked out would be able to snap you back into, hey, I can snap again. That was great. Can put you back into the way that you are. I've never tried to snap with this hand since I had the surgery, so that's really cool.
I don't think I want to go up against evil Asena.
I don't think it's wise to create somebody who knows the things we know. Because once you enter the mirror world, while you are in it, your identical clone exists.
But when you leave, they're gone.
Yes, unless they find you and kill you, in which case they replace you and take over your life.
Correct.
Take over my life?
Yes, except with all of your knowledge, all your powers, and the exact opposite morality. You know the damage that could do, John, if your mirror clone got out?
I don't know. For all intents and purposes, apparently he'd be a rather fine individual if he's my opposite.
You're working to safeguard the flesh of Kur. What do you think your mirror clone would do? They would know the location of every single piece and its defenses.
Correct.
Gastone's clone would know how to build a nuclear bomb.
Ooh, do mine.
Asena would be the heir of some unknown astral power with ramifications we can't even begin to comprehend.
Oh, I like that one.
But they're not us. They're temporary copies. They are an inconvenience. They cannot leave the mirror world until they've killed us. They can't trick us into locking ourselves there. They literally have to destroy us, body and soul, in that place and then take our places. As long as we have the proper safeguards, we should be fine. Now, if that's too much, then we can abandon this and we can just sail off into the unknown and see if we can hopefully find something.
We will, because we don't have to reach PYRESPACE, John. We just have to reach another prime in the same array. And
see, the thing is, as soon as I said that, before you said it, I started. Yeah, you're right. No, right. That's better.
And how
John starts packing up the chalks. Look, I just came back from a I don't know what.
It's fine. Nobody's holding this against you. I'm just.
Thank you. You're right. No, Haura, you're completely correct. That makes way more sense. I like this idea. It's fun, but it's not. Look, we know what fun ideas get us, and John kind of side eyes Asena. So let's go ahead and pack this in, and let's get going.
Well, maybe I can make up for it by helping us find a portal.
Oh, Asena, you've made up for it time and time again by sticking with us and punching bad guys. Don't worry. Your kudos counter is so high. This is just but a minor.
Okay.
Con. Negative.
So you don't want my help?
Oh, no. Just keep helping. You're doing great.
Oh. Okay.
Here's how we can all help each other. And then John's saying this as he's packing up all of his stuff and getting ready to go. We're all going to hop back inside the asteroid, and we're going to be thinking of Kansas to get ourselves out of here. As long as we all think of...
I don't know what Kansas is.
Sorry, let's think of a... No, not... Think of Northport. Everyone think of Northport. Specifically Gior. Sorry, not Northport. There might not be anything in Northport. Think of Gior, your homeworld. Put that thought in your mind and just start coasting. And we'll just push the asteroid to the nearest portal.
Oh, before we do that, Gastone.
Yeah?
Haura gestures at the teleportation circle. Let's not leave behind.
Yeah. Gotcha. I'm just going to go ahead and just cut it all away.
All right.
Or like kind of like scribble it out,
Mm-hmm. All right. And a lot of you hop in the asteroid and just start. Everyone thinking of Jord, thinking of Northport.
Yeah.
Okay.
Asena will focus on this Jord, but also like try and focus in on her dragon tooth necklace to see if it will lead us to some sort of way.
Okay. All right. So if normally it takes 1d4 times 10 hours, 1d4 times 10, so that's between 10 and 40 hours. Then if each of you rolls, I'm trying to see if a way for you to all like roll combined dice for this to work. If each, this math shouldn't be that hard.
By the way, did anybody aside from me take damage in that last fight? I can only see that my token has any damage.
I don't think so. No, Haura took damage. But she's fine. She's well above 50% health. Well above that.
Okay, very good.
All right. I don't know why my brain isn't working. Never do math live on air, folks.
Do you need some assistance?
No, Asena, roll 1d4, please. Roll 1d4.
Okay, you also get an XP.
Yay! Soon I'll be a level 2 dungeon master.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay. I would like each of you to roll 5d100.
Jesus Christ.
That's a big number.
That's a big number. You rolled a 1 on one of them. That's actually crazy.
Right?
Oh, I need to do it too.
I did. I rolled a 1 out of 100.
That's incredible.
I also rolled a 96. That's pretty close.
Right?
Huh.
Okay. So we have a 96 and we have a 99.
How come mine didn't show the numbers? It just showed the result.
Because you had it. Did you have it like, did you roll from the roller?
Yeah.
That's probably why, because you didn't type it in.
Oh, I
but
see,
if I mouse over, I can still see the numbers.
No, totally.
Okay.
I got 99. Hey, 99, baby.
You all climb into the asteroid and you start focusing.
You know, it's funny how average these all kind of were with that.
Right?
You know?
Hey, the more you roll, the more that happens. Asena, roll 1d100 for me, please.
Okay, I can do that. 81.
81. Ooh, okay. All right.
Hey, mate, during all this travel time,
Mm-hmm.
is John able to just take 10 minutes to use Arcane Recovery?
Yes. Yes, I'm going to allow that.
Okay.
Okay. After traveling for 5 hours, Asena, as you're focusing and honing in on your fang, every so often as you're floating, you notice yourself starting to float like getting pressed up against the side of the asteroid, as if you're going in a different direction. As if focusing on the tooth is not leading you towards the same place everyone else is going.
Does John notice this?
Roll perception, John.
$23.
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna roll. I want to get a sense if, and this is just kind of directed towards you, Janessa. Is Asena, with her drifting, does she kind of look like she's doing that thing she does sometimes where she's just kind of messing with the group? Or does this seem like kind of an unconscious, just like, you know, when you're walking on the sidewalk with your friends and you kind of like start walking left and you either bump into them or you almost start walking into the street because when you're walking, you tend to just kind of lean a certain way. Is it like that?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Why are you thinking of the dragon tooth? Is basically.
Well, I'm just hoping it can take us somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
she's
it's
not
a-
getting distracted. She's actually concentrating very hard.
There you go.
Asena.
Yes.
John kind of like, because we're all just squished into this little rock. What are you thinking about right now?
I'm just listening.
Wait, no, but we're supposed to be thinking about Jord. Are you still thinking about
No.
going back to North? But no. What are you thinking about?
Well, I was just thinking that, like, you know, like my fang necklace kind of activates in here a lot, and it sort of leads us to a place. So, like, maybe it would tell us where to go.
Yeah, because that worked out so well last time.
We didn't listen last time. Last time was me, not my fang.
Asena, I'm going to be honest. I'm extremely intrigued with your connection to the astral sea. And trust me, the first chance I get, I plan on researching the crap out of this. But the issue at hand is we're supposed to be assisting Haura, and John kind of, in their very narrow space, kind of nudges over towards Haura. We're supposed to be assisting our friend with a mission, and, you know, unfortunately, your curiosity has already kind of hijacked that a bit. Do you really want to continue this train of thought?
Oh, I'm not
Right
trying
now?
to hijack anything. Hara's the one that told me that, like, I could probably go to any sort of portal from the Astral Plane.
Correct, yeah.
So just trying to get to where we need to go, but faster, because you're trying to take us to Northport, which is kind of backtracking.
Yeah, but once we get back to Northport, as long as you don't send us back here again, we'll be able to get back to Perianth, which will allow us to eventually get to Ashen, and then we can assist Aura with her mission. We don't know where this astral connection that you have is going to take us, or what will happen. What if we get there and some giant space dragon snatches you away from us and flies away, and then we have to go find you, and that's going to be an incredible detour.
Why would a space dragon snatch me up?
Probably for the same reason that you keep breaking my spells when we try and get anywhere.
That was one time.
One time?
Yeah, one time.
I mean, this was my spell this time, but every single time we've gone into a temporal anomaly of any kind, you've spoken about how you could have just in a moment been gone from us.
Okay, yes, but I never did that.
Until now.
That was all out of my control. And you know what? I didn't do that this time either.
You just sort of pressed against it.
Yeah, I was just trying to get some fresh air.
You know when you go to a museum and those nice little rods with the ropes prevent you from getting closer to the arts? There's a reason for that. And there's
Those
a reason
don't apply to me though.
See, and that's exactly it, Asena. You don't think the rules apply to you, which oftentimes they don't. But in this situation, it's less a requirement and more a request.
I'm not trying to cause any trouble. I just thought it was going to help.
Well, John looks over at Haura. Should we all be thinking about Asena's astral anomaly?
Haura glances over, continuing to focus on the world of Jord. Asena, have you ever been to a museum when it didn't involve traveling to another world or ninjas?
No.
Different metaphor, John. Different metaphor.
Look, Haura, this is your rodeo. I'm just trying to get her back on track, but I don't mind heading off to, well, the gods know where.
I don't think that the tooth is focusing you on our destination, Asena, though your logic makes sense. I think it might have its own destination in mind, one unconnected to our current travails.
Oh.
And at that moment, the entire asteroid goes clong.
Oh shit! Why?
What do you do?
It's just a loud noise?
Yeah, like an impact.
It stops? Does it stop?
It doesn't stop, but it definitely slows down.
John is going to put up a silent image, or rather a minor illusion, and the front of the opening, and then poke his head out towards pardon me, and he just kind of shifts around, kind of putting a foot into someone's chest and an arm into somebody's face.
Gastone, he just like shoves his way past you in this tiny little stone pocket.
Come on, man.
And he makes it look like there's a little like lump on the hole of the asteroid, and he sticks his head up in the space between to see what's going on out there.
A large construct with a single mechanical eye and a golden disc in its core.
Oh gosh!
Is flying directly into the asteroid. And it's losing, but it's just like pushing into it and slowing it down.
Do I know what this thing is? I mean, I know what this thing is, but does John know what this thing is?
First off, Gastone and Asena, are you guys doing anything? John just sort of poked his head out of the asteroid and you just hit something. What do the two of you do?
I'm gonna whisper, "Hey, John, what is it?"
All right, roll an Arcana check, John.
I'll also like sort of like poke my head over.
All right, you can see the thing. It's an inevitable.
Yeah.
A construct from...
I only know constructs from magic.
A construct from the plane of Mechanus. It is an enforcer of contracts that are forged in the city of Sigil.
Can I tell what kind of inevitable it is?
This is a Marut.
Refresh my memory since things are a little different.
Yes.
This is one of the really bad ones, right?
Yes, it is unbelievably powerful. That golden disc has the contract inscribed on it. It is bound to enforce the terms and to punish any party who breaks that contract.
Is there a way
us, right?
that I can, because it's looking at us, right?
It's flying directly into, it's not looking at you. It's like flying, just like face slammed into the asteroid and just trying to keep flying forward.
I mean, can I read the contract that's like on its
No,
chest?
because the contract is like it's slammed into the rock.
Yeah, but also the contract has nothing to do with us, right? We can sign shit.
It might. John like looks back at the rest and goes, there is a Terminator death machine outside at this moment attempting to go the opposite direction that we're going. Everyone think of something else entirely just for a moment, but together now. Everyone think of Gehenna.
Raccoons.
Everyone think of Gehenna.
The color red.
John,
What?
they don't know what Gehenna is.
Just think of it. Just think of it.
That won't work. You need to have like a presence in mind.
Think of Northport. Just quickly, everyone think of Northport.
You weren't you thinking of Northport this whole time?
No, you said to think of something else.
Exactly.
Oh, no, wait, that's right. We were looking at Jord. Think of Pyrentel. It's got to be somewhere else. Everyone think of Pyrentel.
Nobody here knows what Pyrentel is
What's a
either.
I meant Perianth. Sorry,
Nobody here knows except for you.
Pick a thing that we would know. That isn't where they've been.
What about the robot city?
Everyone think of Lacunas.
I could think of Lacunas.
Yeah.
All right. The rock comes to a halt, begins to push backwards, and then floats up and away.
Thank
And
goodness.
the inevitable scrapes off the side and then just keeps going in a straight line right past you.
The prince. The ball.
Oh, gosh.
The jail cell.
All right. And it continues to float past.
Nope. And then, okay, now everyone think of Northport again. Think of Jord.
Northport? I gotta switch all my brains.
John looks over at Gastone. Oh man, one of these days you might be able to build something like this, but at this time, basically, what that thing was,
he didn't even see it. He was in the rock the whole time.
there was an enormous mechanical pact keeper that's. You know how people have the expression, this bullet has your name on it? That thing has someone's name on it. And whoever's name is on it is what? What do you mean? What do you mean no?
I don't know that phrase.
So the term having this thing's got a bullet with your name on it. It's usually like some kind of metaphor or euphemism to indicate that I'm going to kill you. Like I have the means with which to take care of you and I'm going to do it.
I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I've got a bullet with your name on it.
Yeah, that's right. But usually you only say it like if you're actually going to do it. It's not like a thing you kind of just throw around in normal conversation. Anyway,
I shoot someone.
Yes, you have on many occasions. Anyway, we don't want anything to do with that thing. So thankfully it's long gone. Hopefully we'll never see it again. Anyway, everyone just focus on what you're doing. And John is at this point going to keep up every now and then, making sure that image is there, securing anything from being able to peer inside unless they can see past his illusion.
So the hours go by. You don't get hungry. You don't get thirsty. You don't get tired. Your physiological functions are barely moving aside from keeping you alive. Another 5 hours go by. You've been traveling for 10 hours, just streaming through the endless void. And then
what did you say, Gastone?
No, I said, does it like compound? If we spend X amount of time, will X amount of times hunger be like a thing? Oh, okay. I was just wondering.
It's not like, oh, we're going back. We better eat before we all, like, you walk back in and you just wither and die instantly. John.
I have a secondary question. And this is a serious question. Does it halt all need to, like, let's say, for instance, oh God, I have to use the restroom before teleporting and you end up here. Do you immediately have to no longer use the restroom?
Correct.
But then as soon as you get where you're going, you go right back to how you were before you left.
Right. Like, it's like your physiological state is
gotcha.
Paused.
Okay.
So if you were fatigued, you're still fatigued. But, you know, it doesn't get worse.
I see. Oh, but will you recover from your fatigue while you're here?
Good question. I don't know. I'll have to look that up.
Because I would assume we bleed while we're here. You know, all that stuff still happens.
You don't age. You don't suffer from hunger or thirst. So I guess you do still have to rest. All right. Yeah, I guess you still have to rest. Do you have to rest on the astral plane? Let's find out. Do you have to rest on the astral plane?
That is one of my favorite resources.
You don't have to sleep, but you can still recover spell slots.
Okay, so you have to sleep to get spell slots back.
Right.
Okay.
So you can travel, you can continue to stay active indefinitely, but if you want your spell slots back, you have to rest. Or your special abilities, etc. All right. After 14 hours of travel through the astral plane, we're going to see if John's fears come true. John, you rolled a 99 as one of your D100s. Roll 1D100, please.
Oh my. Okay. Just once?
Just once. We were rolling to see if there were random encounters. You got a random encounter.
29.
Damn it.
Okay. Roll perception checks. All of you.
Perception all around.
An 11 for Gastone, a 24 for John Carmichael. We'll see what Asena gets.
Can Chester also get a perception check?
No, Chester's attached to you for the time being.
Ah.
John and Asena hear faint arguing.
Coming from?
Nearby.
Does it sound like intense arguing or like bickering arguing?
Bickering.
John's gonna pop his head into the little looky look outside spot.
Mm-hmm. You see two figures clad in plate mail floating through the astral, arguing with each other.
Are they lovers?
Roll an insight check, pods.
Okay.
And how close are they?
They're going to pass
To us.
within 100 feet.
Okay.
Yes, they are lovers.
And they are ironclad,
They're wearing plate mail.
wearing plate mail. Do they appear to be humanoid?
Yes.
From this distance, can we tell what their ancestry possibly could be? Are they human or otherwise? Are they Gith?
They're not Gith.
Okay. Are they corporeal or are they projecting?
They are physically present.
Okay.
Should we talk to them?
I feel like we shouldn't.
Well, they like
John's doing the message cantrip, by the way.
One of them is human and one of them is a tiefling.
Okay.
ooh.
Purple with horns.
Nice.
They might be
What
like
about the
going
tiefling?
through a hard time and like they might need our help.
Well, yeah, that's entirely possible, but they could also be an incredible nuisance.
What if they know how to get out of here?
Well, we know how to get out of here.
Oh, okay.
Do we want to risk a possible encounter?
I don't know. You know more than me.
Gastone's furiously shaking his head.
Asena, try this. When they get close enough, say something in their heads. See how they react. Say something constructive, please.
Okay.
Right.
I can do that.
As they drift closer, you can barely hear them going back and forth and saying, "Look, Merihim, if we couldn't find what we were looking for in the bazaar in Sigil, where are we going to find it? Your standards are just too high. We're not going to go raid the Tomb of Horrors just to find some nice little piece that we can bring for your mother-in-law, all right?"
John messages Asena, I think they're fine.
Something constructive.
Oh, goody.
All right. The human, which one were you sending that to? The human or the tiefling?
I don't know.
Roll 1d100
into the ether.
All right, roll 1d100. We're gonna randomly determine. All right, they stop and they look suspiciously at that rock. What is it? What's wrong? My mind. There is something present.
John whispers to Asena,
John,
what did you say?
Something constructive.
Literally. You said that literally?
I said the word something constructive. You get really upset when I don't follow like your exact rules. You always say like to pay attention.
Instructions.
Instruction? Yeah.
Look.
What's constructive?
It has many meanings of which I'm not going to cover now. Let's just keep moving along. Maybe they won't notice that we're here.
Oh, okay.
They're just adventurers looking for some kind of poultry gift. Don't worry about it.
Goodbye, adventurers. I hope you find your poultry gift.
Oh my god. I have no idea what's happening. It's the asteroids talking to me.
Oh, I think I rolled 1d120.
Oh my gosh.
That's a thing?
I mean, roll 20 will roll whatever you want. I got a 7. Poultry gift? No, I'm not going to buy her a chicken. What do you look, we need to get away from that. Rock is psychically active. It might be the broken off toe of a dead god or something. We need to stick away from it. And they start flying in a completely different direction for a little while.
I like them. They're funny.
Until at last they vanish.
Oh, thank goodness. By the way, can we make out anything on their armor? Was there any kind of insignia or
roll a religion check?
All right. Adding a deduction dice to this. Religion. That would be a natural 1 for a 11.
No idea. They come from a world you haven't explored yet.
Copy that.
All right. And you continue floating by, and I don't think that you rolled any more random encounters. So after 20 hours of silently cruising through the world between worlds, at long last, you come across a swirling two-dimensional pool of pure rippling color. Beat down, roll 1d6 for me, please.
1,597 bottles of beer on the wall. 1,597 bottles of beer.
40 feet wide.
Down, pass it around.
40 feet wide pool of liquid silver spinning and rippling in the air. John, you know that silver color pools lead to prime worlds.
Okay. And this one is silver?
Correct.
Okay, good. Well, there we are, folks. We've arrived. We almost made it to 10,000 bottles of beer on the wall.
So many bottles.
And the entire time, John was fabricating that he was literally taking a bottle off the wall and tossing it behind him each time he did that part of the song.
Just with illusions?
Just with illusions, yeah. Making a clink pile behind him.
Haura grits her teeth and like puts her, as you're doing that, Haura was putting her hands on the asteroid and as if she could think it faster.
And John floats wherever the silvery portal is. He heads. Mm-hmm. Oh, that looks down to the south. That looks like a portal. Let's head down there.
Yeah, that works.
Just kind of gently floats over towards it. Okay, we should all hold hands as we do this.
Okay.
You're like over there though.
Well, yeah, you should come over here.
Why couldn't we just do it over here?
Because we have to enter the silvery portal.
Oh, that's the okay.
And I don't think we want to bring a giant asteroid with us where we're going.
Why not? Maybe there's gold inside.
Wait. Gnomes, I'm gonna use the whatever I jerry-rigged my jerry-rigged freeze ray into to cut off a piece of the asteroid, I'm going to keep it.
Oh, okay. Put a piece of astral asteroid in your inventory. Sample collection. I like it.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool idea.
Piece of astral asteroid.
Goodbye, Rock.
Actually, John will say, actually, could you break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar? I think I'd like to have some to study as well.
What's a Kit Kat?
Just take off a piece of the rock, please.
Okay, I'll cut one up for John too. Does everyone want a rock while we're here?
I like rocks.
Pass.
I'll cut you one just in case, Haura, and I'm just gonna cut off 2 more.
All right. And are you ready to enter the swirling color pool?
Yeah.
I think so. Haura, get over here.
Right. Sorry. I'm not even on that page. I'll at least let folks see what the heck you're talking about. And on the count of Haura takes your hands in hand and focuses her will on the color pool. And you all float towards it and pass through it. It's this cold metallic sensation, like walking through a very weird resistant waterfall. And at last you emerge on the other side. You can feel gravity reassert itself. This isn't like stepping through a portal from one world to another. This is more instantaneous. This is just directly point to point with no in between. You find yourselves, gravity reasserts itself, which is somewhat disorienting. Your bodies are sort of waking up as if they've been held frozen in time. And you're surrounded by very unfamiliar sounds and smells.
Oh my god, are we in Zolquia?
This doesn't look like Zolquia. It smells awful. It smells like rot. Roll a nature check, please, Asena, or a survival check. (21). You are in a forest of gigantic mushrooms.
Ooh.
Do you have a map for this, mate, or are we still on the astral?
I don't have a map for this.
Gotcha. Okay.
You are in a forest of enormous mushrooms. They reach up to 30 feet tall. And there's just fungus of various types sprouting from them. And instead of like bushes and shrubs and undergrowth, there are huge lichen with flakes that are the size of cactus leaves growing up all around you. That smell that you smell is the smell of rot, the smell of decomposing matter, as this fungal environment is all around you. And you hear bizarre noises in the distance.
Have I been here before?
You have never been here before.
Mate, have I read of a location like this on?
You've never read of a place like this.
Does one of you have a way to fly?
No.
Asena, you're pretty good at climbing.
I can fly in the astral plane.
Yeah, but how about
you
here?
can too.
Yes, correct.
I could jump. It's almost as good as flying.
Yeah, would you be able to scale one of these mushrooms and get a lay of the land for us real quick?
Sure. I climb up a mushroom.
Roll an athletics check to scale a mushroom.
Okay.
That's acrobatics. Roll athletics.
This is better.
It's about upper body strength. All right, yeah. You easily climb. The mushrooms are spongy. Your fingers can dig into them. It gets a little sticky when you do that, and they have that weird styrofoam texture. But you manage to scale a 30-foot mushroom and get to the very top. You're looking out. This mushroom forest goes for miles in every single, as far as you can see. But perhaps the strangest thing is the sky.
What's with the sky?
It's a solid mass of luminescence, just glowing. just this thick, cloudy glow, all from horizon to horizon.
What do you see up there, Asena?
It's real bright. There's mushrooms everywhere. But the sky's real weird. Here, hold on. I'm gonna come back down. You can take pictures with your thing, right?
Yes.
I'll take a picture for you.
Oh, okay. John hands her his phone.
Haura hisses between her teeth.
What?
Nothing, go ahead.
John opens his phone. He opens the app to get to the camera, and he shows her how to use it and makes her demonstrate that she knows how to use it before he sends her up with it.
I just press this middle button.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And if you touch literally anything else, it's probably going to slide somewhere else. If that happens, just ask me. I'm sending Chester. You know what? Actually, so he puts Chester on your shoulder. When you get up there, hand the phone to the cat.
Okay.
All right. Gastone, what are you doing during all this? You're standing in a mushroom forest.
Pull out the scanner, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Just start scanning literally anything to see if we're because where are we supposed to be? Were we actually trying to go back to Jord?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there would I be able to know based on scanning some of the flora or fungi whether or not we're actually here?
Not particularly, because all that would give you would be like chemical, botanical information about the fungi. You'd have to scan something else to tell you if you're in the right place or not.
But wouldn't knowing the components already tell me something? Because what my scanner knows about is specific to Jord anyway.
Mm-hmm. Okay, roll a science check.
While he's doing this, John turns to Haura. You know, we didn't keep thinking about Jord once we found this portal. We might have found a different portal en route to the Jord portal.
Unfamiliar life signs. They're fungus, they're carbon-based, but none of these, you've never encountered any of these. There's no record of these whatsoever. As long as it's a prime in the right array, it shouldn't matter, right?
Nope. And John sets about creating the magic circle.
Oh, he's just like clearing some ground and starting to inscribe all that. All right, Asena, you make it back up to the top with Chester on your shoulder. Do you give Chester the phone?
Sure.
All right. You reluctantly pass Chester the phone, and he carefully starts snapping some pictures.
Well, and by Chester the phone, she has to hold it up for him, and he's just going to press the button with his toe.
You hold it, and he'll just boop it.
You didn't trust me to push the right button? It's red.
No, that's record. Get off of that one.
There's a video where it just goes around and he accidentally he's got those big paw prints, so he accidentally sets it to backwards, so it's just a recording of Asena's and Chester's face, but it manages to catch the sky in it at the same time.
John didn't trust me to press a button. It's just a red button.
Yes, that whole thing gets recorded.
All right, Chester, you think we got enough? I'll head back down the mushroom.
It presses another button.
I'm going to lick the mushroom first.
Okay. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, no. It's a good mushroom, right? Nothing wrong with this mushroom.
13. Okay. Your tongue kind of tingles.
Tingly mushroom.
Chester looks from you to where you licked. And it slowly...
Don't. It doesn't feel good.
He tilts his head.
Well, unless you want your tongue tingly.
And it does that little... And kind of just walks around your leg and then jumps up onto your shoulder and is just waiting for you to take it back down again.
Gastone, you have some time while Haura and John work on the teleportation circle. Your bioscanner is not identifying any of the life forms here. What else do you wish to do?
If I look around, like, do I see anything?
Yeah, mushroom forest, 30-foot tall mushrooms, huge size version. Like normally if you look at a little shelf mushroom or like shelf fungus or mold or whatever, it's small scale, right? Imagine that blown up by a scale of 100 or something. It's an entire ecosystem where everything is fungus.
There's a fungus among us.
Yeah.
Boo. Okay, what I'll do then is I want to pull out a little container, and I also would like to. You said there's mold.
Yeah.
I want to keep the mold.
Okay. Add a sample of weird mold to your inventory.
And kind of sidelong glancing that Gastone is collecting materials, John. Oh, that's a really good idea. Make sure that you have something to seal it, though, if it's mold.
Yeah, this is sealed.
Okay, good, perfect. Because that, depending on what that is, it cannot be. It can be pretty dreadful.
Define dreadful.
Well, it depends on the kind of molds you get. There's some molds that just stink and can cause you to get a bit sick if you eat it. There's some molds that'll literally zap the very heat out of your body and cause you to die. It really depends on what you've discovered.
Gaston just looks at the container he's holding, looks back at the ground, and he's just gonna put the container in another container. Just in case.
I'm certain that's not that kind. If we'd already be dead if we stumbled into something like that.
That's true.
All right. Asena rejoins the party on the forest floor.
How'd it go?
Oh, it's good. Do you want to see the pictures?
Yeah, certainly. And John's just kind of busy just tracing out the ink and the chalk upon the ground. Oh, looks like he took a video. Here, click that little
I didn't touch the phone.
white button.
She touched the phone.
Chester did everything.
If I had
Chester's like,
if I had replay built into OBS right now, I would literally just go back and play that entire segment.
So there's mushrooms everywhere. The sky really bright. Also, mushrooms don't really taste good.
Asena, your tongue is becoming increasingly numb and less useful in your mouth.
Don't lick the mushrooms.
Oh my gosh, did you put one of those in your mouth?
Oh no.
I didn't put nothing in my mouth. I didn't lick it.
So is it swelling up right now? Are you all right?
I don't know. Does it look okay?
How does it look?
It's purple.
But it's not swollen. It's just purple.
And fuzzy.
Oh.
But not
purple is
swollen.
not normal.
I don't think purple is normal.
Yeah, I don't think fuzzy is normal either.
Fuzzy not normal.
Yeah. Does it taste funny? Can you actually feel it? Anything or what?
You can't feel nothing. It doesn't taste like nothing.
I see.
So,
John, is she gonna die?
I don't think so.
Am I gonna die?
No, I think you're gonna be fine. If you're not, we'll see in an hour. I don't know. To be completely honest.
What happens in an hour?
Well, you might be dead. The purple furry mold might spread into your organs and turn everything into just a furry, horrible. You might look like Chester by the end of the day. You'll just be furry and purple and not human.
Wow.
So can we help her or?
Yeah, oh absolutely. We just need to find an antidote.
How good are you at chemistry, John?
Decent. No official training, but I've studied it.
What? You want to show me this mushroom you licked, Asena?
Oh, that one. I'll like point to the.
It's a 30-foot tall, pinkish, tannish mushroom.
Was there anything on the mushroom? Did you happen to lick mold, or was it just the mushroom?
No, it doesn't know nothing.
Why don't you just point to the general area where you licked?
It's like way up 30 feet at the top of the.
How did you get there? When did this happen?
I don't know. You're not
Guys, I'm almost done with this spell. You'll need to wrap up whatever it is you're doing right now.
I mean, that could happen in a handful of ways, depending on your desired outcome. I wouldn't rush this.
I think it's gonna be fine.
Yeah? Do you?
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
licking that mushroom was going to be fine?
I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Asena, would you mind cutting back up the mushroom and just taking a sample for Gastone to look at? Actually, take a lot of samples.
Okay, I have a better idea. Just because if her tongue is numb, what if the rest of her comes numb? I can just see her climbing up and then falling to her potential death.
I'm not gonna fall.
Just stop.
I flow fall.
While you do that, John, John, you can cast the flight spell on me, right?
Well, I mean, normally, yes.
Not in the middle of casting this.
You're not. Are you casting? I thought you were drawing.
Well, yes, but it takes time to set this up. I mean,
yeah. So while you're setting this up, you could cast flight on me, so I could just fly up. It's like 60 feet.
You can't concentrate on a spell and cast a spell with a long casting time at the same time.
Oh, is he casting while drawing? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it takes a minute to actually activate the circle.
So, Haura, what are the chances you could also do that?
The circle? Yeah, she can take care of that.
Oh, I meant the cast flight. Either works.
Oh, no, not that.
I see. John, thoughts?
Yeah, the Asena, climb up there and grab the mushroom and come back down again.
You know what? Fine, whatever.
Do you have like a thing?
I'm gonna come clean here. I didn't think we
yeah.
were gonna have to do this. I didn't prepare fly today, so I can't make anyone fly today.
I see. Yeah, okay, that would do it.
Actually,
yeah,
scratch
here,
that.
Asena.
I take that back. I could make you fly, but it would take me 10 minutes to make you fly, which is a long time.
Fair. I don't want to be here for 10 minutes. Asena, just take this, and I'm gonna hand her like a little tube with a swab on the end. Just swipe the area you licked. Don't die.
But also, and John hands her a receptacle and a little like carving implement. Really though, cut me like a cake-sized loaf and shove it in here. This might be useful.
Cake 5 loaf.
Yeah.
Okay, of the one that for the one that she licked, or anyone in general?
No, the one that she licked. I want to find out what this thing does.
Okay. Anybody else?
No, that would do it.
John goes, Haura, you want some fries with that?
She gives you the look.
Yeah.
I'll put both receptacles in my pockets.
Roll an athletics check since the conditions have changed somewhat.
And start climbing up the mushroom.
It's a little slower this time. It's a little slower to make your way up. There's, you know how if you ever smoosh your eyes and then open them again, there's this weird like wiggly pattern. There's now this weird wiggly pattern on everything. It's not super like it's not obscuring everything, but it's kind of superimposed on everything. It's this texture effect that's being added. So you're climbing a lot slower than you did last time.
Okay.
But you eventually make your way up to the top and you can start scraping it. And as you do, your attention sort of drifts up to the giant glowing sky, and there's a face in the sky.
Oh, shit.
Is it a real face, or is she tripping?
I don't know what you're talking about. You're down on the ground what are you doing while you wait for her to climb?
Staring and getting ready to catch her for when she inevitably falls.
Okay.
Is that what's happening?
There's
Can
a
I
face.
talk to the face?
Yeah, you can talk to the face.
Can we hear her saying any of this?
You're 30 feet up, maybe.
Who are you? I mean, hello.
All right, you can hear her saying that.
Who are you talking to?
The face in the sky.
Yeah,
The
John,
face
she's
in the
totally
sky.
fine to climb up by herself. Now she's seeing things.
4 fathom 5, thy father lies.
What?
Did we
what-
hear
Can we all hear that?
No.
Oh,
She's tripping out right now because Gastone has been looking up. He doesn't see anything, right?
Correct.
Oh no. Well, I have no
teach
idea.
me your song.
Of his bones are coral made.
Of his bones.
What are the rest of you doing?
I'll tell you
John-
right
yelling
now,
at Asena.
Chester's looking from her, like up to where she's looking. Does Chester see anything?
Asena,
Chester-
stop whatever you're doing and just get the sample.
I'm getting the samples.
Thank
Those
you.
are pearls that were his eyes.
Oh. What happened to the pearl eyes? Did they gouge them out?
What happened to the pearl eyes? Did they gouge them out?
You're gubbing me.
Do not think that this world will hide you from my wrath, Asena. I will find you, and I will take what it is that makes you separate from the rest of life, and I will pry it from your very soul.
Chester smacks her in the face as she looks like she's just tripping out really bad. Just a cat. It's just a cat bop it right in the cheek.
Mhm.
What happens after that? Do I still see these faces?
You don't see the faces anymore.
That was pretty scary, Chester. Thank you.
And he's just pulling at the place where she licked. just making biscuits on the spot. Just staring eye to eye at her, just like, come on.
That was
John
pretty
calls
scary.
up. All right, we're just about done. If you can just grab those samples, we can be out of here.
Am I done taking the samples?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. I'm just gonna head back down as fast as possible.
Climbing, 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 climbing.
John looks over at Haura and Gastone. You know, I bet it's a mushroom. We could have just cut that thing down and gotten whatever we needed to without sending her out there. It's not hard. It's a mushroom.
I mean, I also voted against sending her up there.
Oh, no, I'm not against that. I think it would have been a little easier. That's all.
I could have done it. I did it. I did it.
By the way, how it's been about a minute, I would assume. I'm done casting my spells. So how is she doing?
Her pupils are contracted a little bit more than normal.
Like dilated?
No, contracted.
Oh, opposite. Okay. Oh. Asena, stick out your tongue. Would you mind?
It's- Purple and fuzzy.
Does it appear to be getting any worse, or is it kind of just stabilized?
Nope, seems stable.
Okay. Well, I think that's likely going to wear off in time, hopefully. If things get worse, please let us know. But for now, let's all take hands and say amen, and let's get the heck over to Elfinland.
Also,
You
never
got
lick
what?
anything random again.
Well, let's not go that far, but
I'm
know.
going that far.
That's
I'm
how
gonna
you.
flick Asena's forehead.
That's how you like check things in the forest.
she's not
See-
wrong.
See what things are. Razzlemon was up there.
Just cast
What?
the damn spell, John.
Wait.
Well-
Rousumon, what? Really?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
I mean, she's tripping. It could have very well been, a trip.
Are
What
you
did
done looking at
Razzlemon-
my tongue?
What did Rousumon say? And Asena, tell me in the brain. Don't keep. You can talk to people's heads. Why are you talking with that furry
Oh, you're
tongue?
Oh yeah, that's true. Damn.
This is much better.
What did Rousumon say to you?
Oh god.
You don't remember?
He's gonna figure out what's something different, and I don't know. It was like a threat or something.
That's incredibly vague. Thank you. Okay.
You know, I was really just like not really concentrating.
No, that's understandable. You're, poisoned.
Poisoned?
Well, I mean, you licked a mushroom and you're tripping out. Of course you're poisoned.
Yeah.
Oh. I just thought I saw friends.
Asena is going to die. She's poisoned and she's certainly going to die. Nothing will stop the fact that Asena is poisoned and she is going to die. Asena is going to die.
Nobody else heard that.
Honestly, this song is a bop. It's pretty scary, but I'm liking it.
Can we go? Are we good? to
You're the
leave?
one casting the damn spell.
John cast the spell as long as we're all holding hands.
The circle glows to life. The water thing that you described last time, the fluid rises up in a column. You have 1 round to enter it.
John ends up casting Disguise Self on himself. And his appearance takes on that to where he's wearing a stylish dark gray 3-piece suit with blue and silver striped tie, gray and blue almost black trench coats. And he has a gold pocket watch chain hanging out from the vest. And his hair is slicked back, and his shoes are an extremely beautiful and shiny set of brogues with some wingtip on them.
All right. He gussies up and then he steps into the teleport circle.
Correct.
John, whoosh, into the teleport circle. Gastone, Asena?
I'm just going to walk into the teleport circle also.
Asena?
Sure.
Okay. After making sure that Asena goes in, Haura steps into the teleport circle.
Imagine if Asena was just left on this mushroom world, just tripping out forever.
Asena, you experience the same thing. The group of you are inside of this cylinder of swirling liquid that's hurtling through the astral plane, just like last time when you stuck your head out of it. And the rest of them are moving at a much slower pace than you are. Are you along for the ride, or are you doing anything this time?
Don't move. Don't move your body.
Move your body. Come on now, everybody.
All right. A moment later, you step out of a column of swirling liquid. The air is cool, and I'm not going to say damp, but definitely slightly cool and slightly humid. And there's a fresh smell of pine trees and old leaves and rich, rich soil. A gentle, soft breeze whirls around you as you take in the breaths of this new world that you've stepped into. And as your eyes adjust from the light, the glow of the spell, it is dimly lit as you stand upon a wooden surface, and the rustle of leaves is all around you. There are glowing blue lanterns hanging like 1,000 little candles throughout the canopy of this vast tree in which you find yourselves. And surrounding you are a number of warriors clad in elegantly scalloped together armor, bearing spears, and all of them are facing you. They don't have their spears drawn, but they are facing you cautiously.
Do these still look like the guards of House Flores?
They do. They're wearing their signature is a beautiful golden flower.
Okay. Since John is the first to step out, are they just constantly watching the circle for when things tend to go through?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As he exits the circle, everyone starts filing in behind him over the course of this teleportation time. In Elvish, John addresses the gathering. Hello, John Carmichael here. I'd like to speak to Enzo Galad, if you'd please.
All right, Gastone and Asena, you pop out of the teleport circle in the middle of John saying this in a flowing, languid language you don't understand. The guards who had both hands on their spears, they let go of one of them and they motion for you to follow with a inviting sort of sweep up a set of wooden stairs. And again, you can tell that you're standing on a platform that is part of a massive tree. The tree beneath your feet is alive. The floor you're standing on is living wood. And the way that they're inviting you, the steps that they're leading you up, rise from a living branch leading further into the forest.
John? What the hell's going on?
Oh, we're in Perianth now. And John initially speaks in Elvish and then switches back to the common that they all use. Yeah, we're here. This is the place of the elves, the keepers of the forest, the watchers of the great beyond. Currently, we are in the domain of their king, and we are being escorted since I asked for an audience with him. So just follow along and don't wander off. They're going to they'll very politely usher you back to us with spears.
It's pretty here.
All right.
And John's just going to walk in silence, kind of taking in. He hasn't been here for a couple of years, and it's a sight for sore eyes.
All right. You are led through the evening light, slowly fading, illuminated by countless smaller sparkling lights, up towards the boughs of a great living tree, up these spiraling staircases, and you see before you a platform with an arch. The center of the platform is a lattice made from the wood itself, again, still alive, with the forest floor far, far below. Music of a stringed instrument echoes across the open forest. You can hear hushed voices and see a number of tall figures, their hair adorned with golden crowns and braids, their clothes all fine silk and living like plant weave, laughing amongst themselves and speaking in quiet voices. Beyond them is an archway, and through the archway is a raised platform. And on that platform is a throne, and on that throne sits the king.
Joe?
Yes.
Before they get to this lavish archway, John is going to cast Intellect Fortress on himself.
Okay. Are you upcasting that or no?
No, just on himself.
All right.
I don't think we're in danger. I just, in case something happens with his curse, he wants to have an edge on any outbursts.
The other spell you cast isn't to get yourself gussied up. Isn't a disguise spell, right? Isn't a concentration spell, right?
Oh, no, it's not. Disguise self is not listed as a concentration.
All right. The guards usher you up the stairs towards the central platform.
John follows.
All right, go ahead and move yourself along.
Oh.
John kind of only stays a little bit ahead of his companions. He's not going too far. He's just walking slowly every now and then, kind of looking back, making sure that they're in tow.
Asena's following but not saying anything.
John sends a message to them all in turn. Just be polite. You don't need to stay quiet, but just be respectful. We are in the presence of the royalty of this entire planet.
Can I talk back in this?
Yeah, you can send a message back for sure.
Okay. Do they even speak common? How can I say anything?
They do. They interact with other races.
Mm-hmm.
And we've kind of established that common is common across all worlds, right?
Yes.
Ah. Okay.
If not, I'm sure John has some sort of fish he can give the rest of the party to make it so.
Haura, after traveling with you folks for 20 plus hours of just cruising through the astral and going on all these adventures, is putting that outfit that she put together to full use. Just shoulders back, chin up, walking up these stairs like she owns the place.
Checks out.
Go ahead.
Asena's gonna like see Haura and like try to like copy her.
Roll performance or intimidation, Asena.
Oh my god.
All right. Strut. Excited whispers move through the crowd. And as you rise up to the front, there's one figure who's just as finely dressed as all of these others, but stands out drastically. He's almost half as tall as any of them, a little bit shorter than any of you, 50% wider than everyone else, wearing just nice flowing crimson clothes with big puffy sleeves and a huge hat with a massive peacock feather on it. And as you move forward, he runs towards the stairs and reaches out a hand. John Carmichael in the flesh.
John holds his hand forward and smiles, and when they grasp forearms, John pulls him into a big, big hug.
Mm-hmm.
Boigness Kimsabin! And he lifts him up and kind of spins with him for a second before slamming him back down onto the floor.
The well-dressed dwarf, clearly incredibly pleased with himself. His beard and his hair has gold beads like tied in around it. You must, please, your friends, you must introduce me. He walks directly up to Asena. Boigness Kimsabin, pleasure to make your acquaintance.
She will take his hand and just shake it and like lower her head and try and say nothing.
Unusually quiet for one of your companions, John. No offense, Mistress Haura.
Boigness, this is Asena. She's new around here, as you can imagine, and she, I think, is taking my recommendation a little too seriously. But she is a very powerful and well-received member of this group at this time. You'll like her when you had a chance to actually meet her.
The strong, silent type. I respect. And also,
I will say... Nope, not silent. Nope. Just want to really put that out there. This is a very temporary thing, trust me.
Well, if she's following your advice, I've never known John to give bad advice. And you, good sir, he steps down to meet Gastone as you're bringing up the lead. Boigness Kimsabin, pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Gastone Tosto, pleasure is all mine.
Any friend of John Carmichael's is a friend of mine. Can I call you a friend? Of course I can. Yeah. Please.
Boigness, Gastone is a amazing investigator, but an even better gadgeteer and inventor. You would get along swimmingly.
Really? Oh, you must see what we've been cooking up while you're gone. It's a marvel, a magnificent, a piece of magical engineering that will revolutionize travel within the entire system. You must have a look at the schematics.
You've been making progress. That's wonderful.
Absolutely, yes. The project is well underway.
Oh, thank God. We need that. You have no idea how glad I am to hear that.
But business later. First, welcome. It's not my place. I'm not... As far as my word might go around these parts, as much weight as the name Kimsabin carries, far be it from my place to invite you into the house of another.
John did kind of lean in and he was like, it's so good to see you, but I hope you didn't step on any toes with this display.
What? Me? No, of course not. I'm well beloved here. Roll an insight check, everybody.
Natural. John is too concerned. He's taking in what Kimsabin is saying, but he's not taken one eye off of Indogalad, the king sitting at the top of the throne this entire time.
All of you notice while Kimsabin is loudly talking and sweeping his arms towards all the elven courtiers, they've all pulled out fans, incredibly beautifully embellished fans with patterns of swans with their wings spread on the back, and they're using them to cover their faces. It's hard to get a good read on them, but you would say that they are very politely disagreeing with Kimsabin's estimation without directly saying anything. And both of you pick up on that in whatever version of that it is that you're picking up on.
Okay.
John, he gives Boigness a very, very friendly, just pats him on the back a little too hard and squeezes his shoulder before nodding and taking his place down before the king. He stands and looks to his companions to situate themselves around him. I think +1 XP.
+1 XP. Haura stands directly next to John. Where will the rest of you array yourselves?
I'm gonna go right here.
That's not me.
All right.
And John looks to them all in turn, and he's about to bow, so he's kind of getting them all to like, okay, and on 3, and we bow, and they all he takes a very deep bow.
Aside from the 2 royal guards standing on either side, there are 4 figures within this platform. 2 chairs to the left and to the right-hand side of King Indogalad of the House of Fluris. In one of them sits a young elf she has eyes like a pool in spring. Her hair is this golden red flowing color. She radiates life and light and energy. She has a golden earring chain that dangles down and a small creature flittering and on her shoulder. It's a squirrel with a unicorn horn crawling around, poking through her pockets looking for snacks. On the other side is an elf with silver hair, pale skin, and piercing eyes looking over the lot of you. And between them is King Indogalad himself. His amber eyes looking out over you, he rises from his chair with a smile, raises his hands, his red, crimson, and gold emblazoned robes spread out like a whisper. Friends, welcome. The delights of Perianth we offer before you. Make yourselves at home. Here you are welcome. It's good to see you again, old friend. And we'll catch back up with 1-2 Punch in their adventures on this planet next time on Coriander Society Adventures. Thank you everybody for joining us and have a great night.